If I say that the law is the command of the sovereign, then I have to follow it. If I don't, then I will face the repercussions. Or else, or worse. Yeah, I think that is a fantastic question. I'm Giacomo Chiozza. I teach in the Department of International Studies at the US. My area of expertise, if I can use that word, is international relations, international security, and international law. And that's why I guess I'm here. Oh, I think there are always challenges, in the sense that nothing is ever granted, or everything is up for grabs. And all of that pertains to the kind of perspective one has, whether what the law reflects, whether if I say the law is the command of the sovereign, well, that's quite a statement in and of itself. So the challenges, I think, also are opportunities that would allow anyone to have a better appreciation of what the law does or doesn't do. Being a philosopher would enhance the work of the lawyer or the judge or a practitioners of the law to a great times we see patterns and then we say, well, that is illegal. So then that creates a moment in which we will need to reflect and what that would entail about the behavior, conduct that is behind something that we declare as legal. And so the law in that respect becomes constrained. On the other hand, the law is also permissive because as much as it constrains, it also allows to do things. I can do it, this is legal. And that doesn't necessarily mean that that is wise or ethical or moral or appropriate or just. And so we have this variety of concepts that pertain to conduct, so wise, moral, ethical, and legal sometimes overlaps, sometimes doesn't overlap. When we think about interpretation of the law, that is very important. International law, there's a specific Article 31, which about treaties, and that specifies rules of interpretation of international law. And even in there are a variety of perspectives that are contemplated in that article. There is an interpretation maybe teleological, trying to understand what are the purposes of the law. Then an interpretation that stay close to the text. And so that would be the position of an originalist. It must become immediately this philosophical perspectives in which different practitioners, different people who are interested in the law, use the law, or reflect on the law, would have to come to terms with. So there is the ontology of the law, and so what is the law, and the implications that would follow from that. Then there is ethics, and that is a component of that, and about the interlap between morality and legality, so sometimes overlapping, not overlapping. And if I say an unjust law is no law at all, you think about that for a moment. So what would that entail? So unjust law is no law at all, I can break it, because it's not the law, I can break it. And in that moment, I've made a philosophical statement about what the law is. I hope that these kind of small elements of questions that have a philosophical component trigger the interest of all of you in the Philosophy Club in thinking about the ways in which you approach your studies of philosophy and how they can also inspire you as you might contemplate the role of the law in your own lives. And if you see then as speed limits as kilometers per hour, think about what that is telling you. I'm an avid runner. I'm always happy to talk about running. If I can convince one of my students to become a runner, I feel that I will have accomplished something.